of a difference.
If you say so, mate. Okay, hang on.
Are we
So the
streaming?
stream is up now. I might have to pop this
Hmm.
out. Alright, and then we will close this off for now. Is my pop-up still here? Pop-up is still here. Okay, and then we'll put that on. No, can we please get this sound, please? Okay. Can you check the stream on anything real quickly just to make sure it's working the way it's supposed to be?
Already did. It's online, ready to go.
Alright, so you only see darksiders then?
Yep.
Alright.
It's at the main menu because I'm currently doing stuff on my phone at the moment, so
That's fine.
it shouldn't have gone anywhere.
Hang on. Son of a bitch. I wonder, does this actually work or no? Can you still see darksiders or no?
Yep, it's still sitting there.
Well, no, because like, so I have two windows open. I have chat on the right, and I have my
just see
Google...
darksiders.
Okay.
I just see darksiders on the screen.
Fantastic! It fucking works.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go fuck yourself.
I was stream Pog.
Yes.
Guys,
Oh,
how many times do I have to tell you I don't know what Pog means?
I made too much people could make it yesterday's stream. I was wondering why you weren't there. Also, a low poster. Opt in for a chance to get a Zimatorn 1 month gift
Where are you reading that?
allow gifts? What the fuck? What the hell does this even do? I don't even know if that works or not.
Alright, I'm gonna wait a little bit before, like, let's get a couple people into the stream so I can explain what's gonna happen here, because this is gonna be a very different series playthrough.
If you say so.
Well, it's gonna be a little bit, unconventional.
You mean you're just gonna not have a camera?
No. I mean, how I'm gonna start the campaign is gonna be very weird.
Poster. There was a poster. I told you guys on the stream. We fucking stream every Thursday. Kyle has a stream on his channel. That's where we were yesterday. Poster. I told you guys that.
Maybe I should let people know in the general chat.
That's if you want to. Samaj, hang on. Let me see if I can't link Kyle's stream real quickly. Yeah, dude, Poster, bro. You gotta come over to the Kyle streams, you know, on those days.
Well, I'll give it like a couple more minutes, maybe. I'm gonna work on. Actually, I don't know if I can really focus.
Nah, bro. I didn't. I didn't say it on the. I said it on the streams. Here, let me copy this link. Yeah, we get pretty crazy over there on Kyle's streams. They're not like as tame as mine are. We say some pretty whack stuff over there, and then Kyle accuses me of being incestuous like every other fucking day. It's pretty crazy stuff.
They're not as PG-13 as you'd be led to believe.
Listen. The way I see is that most of the time the streams here are like M for mature, and the streams. Hey, hang on, Miato, hang on. No Bayonetta 3 spoilers or anything, because Mangler's trying his hardest to just not see any of that.
Thank God I wasn't looking at the chat.
Yeah, so let's, fuck.
I literally jumped to Discord, so just you know.
Okay, let me handle the chat then, just in case someone shows up. No, Miato, I saw it, and I want to talk about it, but Mangler and Kyle, because I also asked Kyle, too, about it a little bit, and Kyle also is on Mangler's position of, I don't want to see anything about it.
Yeah, been waiting several years for it, so don't want to see any.
So let me tell you about the secrets. I'm actually kind of curious to see Adachi. Oh, damn, the Adachi leaks are too real. Adachi versus Goku with equal stats? I'd still give that to Adachi. Because Adachi has hacks powers with his persona. Well, actually, does Adachi have almighty damage? Because you can't defend against almighty damage, if I remember correctly. Let me see what Adachi's moveset is. I'm pretty sure Adachi still beats Goku in Equalized 5. Let me take a look. Here, let me take a look at his, I'd have to take a look at what he has in the game as well.
Did you delete the Bayonetta message?
Yeah, you can take it easy.
Okay.
And I don't think I have those messages on chat box right now. I do not. Okay.
Okay, we're at about 6 something viewers or so I can probably start explaining this. All right, peoples, greetings. So we're here to play Darksiders, and I thought it'd be a good idea to set this up because I had all my playthroughs and things finished for the games for lore purposes, so I figured I'm just going to go through the games and try to 100% everything I can in the respective games. But I thought it'd be more interesting if I played the game, while I did that, I played them in timeline order, with the exception of Genesis, which I'm not going to be playing for gameplay reasons, because I don't mind the gameplay of Genesis, but I'd rather play the 3 games which are more consistent to each other.
Wait.
I'll play Genesis last.
Are you telling me you're going to start the beginning of Darksiders 1, and then you're going to quit and go start Darksiders 3 or 2?
I'm going to quit, start Darksiders 2, quit, and then start Darksiders 3 and play the entire game. Then stop that, play the entire game of 2, stop that, and then go back and finish all of 1.
Wait. Doesn't like the ending of 3 come after the ending of 2 because Death has to bring back humanity?
It does, but the ending of 3 happens after the beginning of 2. What? Because Death has to leave.
What?
I know, it's weird. Alright. So the way this is going to work is that we're going to play, like, the beginning, and I'm doing this also so that we can get, like, footage for the Darksiders project. So we should be starting now.
Too true. Sultan Ken needs to have an English release. Oh,
we have a lot. We actually got a lot. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm looking at Death While on Vacation. What the fuck? No, so the start of Darksiders 1, War gets imprisoned for like what, 100 years?
Yeah, he starts. The beginning is the Armageddon. We're also going to play these on Apocalyptic.
And so then what happens is during War's imprisonment.
Yes.
Death's game happens, but then also during War's imprisonment, Fury's game happens. Now, I'm pretty sure... Good thing there are subtitles. I'm pretty sure that fucking, Death's game has to end in order for Darksiders 3 to happen, because Death's in... Go ahead.
Well... Yes and no. Darksiders 3 still has the, I guess the humans existing. They just have to get wiped. The humans on the Earth have to get wiped out. But keep in mind, no one knows where Fury goes at the end of Darksiders 3.
Because I'm gonna look this up.
Hang on, you'll just understand. You'll understand when we get there. Wait, like everyone else.
Well, no, I want to make sure you're doing the timeline correctly, because I don't believe you. Not gonna lie, I was far more emotional in Chapter 1 of the manga. I think the anime could be the better way to get into the franchise. Is Adachi main persona Tier 2 persona or Tier 1 persona? Adachi technically has one of the strongest singular personas in the series. At least, he's definitely top tier. No, dude, like, I looked at Adachi's list. He does not have almighty damage, but it doesn't matter, because he can increase his resistances, and his defense, and evasion rate. He can nullify all of Goku's stats. So even if Goku gets transformations, like some people, like some degenerates do for equalized matchups, oh, let me multiply my power by 100, Adachi can cancel that out. And Adachi can silence Goku, which means he can't perform abilities.
We'll be watching the cutscenes and the dialogue, because that way it makes it easier for you to grab like whatever scripted footage you want.
Yeah, unfortunately, regardless, because this is a stream, it's gonna be like I'm gonna have to like keep it muted, which is fine. That avoids me copyright issues. Oh, also Adachi has the ability to instantly kill anybody who's afraid, and he can make you afraid. Yeah, no, Adachi takes that. Again, even if Goku goes... Go ahead.
I was gonna say I forget that I think this initial part of the game might have been marketed in a trailer.
Yes, it was. This is actually what first appeared for the trailer for Darksiders.
This is the beginning.
This is the CG. This is the CGI that sold everybody on whether or not this is gonna be a good franchise or not. And then they were wrong because it wasn't.
What are you on about?
Something wrong? Something wrong with my facts?
I mean, the CGI wasn't that great, but the gameplay was.
The CGI for this actual cutscene was pretty fucking solid.
Back in the day, but like now it's like
this still looks pretty good. You whore. What are you comparing it to? What are you comparing? No Persona. Is Nyx a Persona 3 spoiler? Listen, guys, I will make you a shitty Persona 3 abridged, but don't spoil it for me. I don't know how the game ends, but I'm pretty sure I've heard Neo talk about Nyx, so I'm willing to bet that's a P3 discussion.
There I am.
Kyle, you bastard! Kyle, if you want to hop on in, you can. Like, I mean, there's no camera going on, and, like, I know you don't work today. Look at War. What a nice guy.
I'm to delete people.
I hope nothing happens to him.
Oh. Well. So, apparently, it gave me the option to, play the game starting with the Abyssal Armor.
Do you not want to do that?
No. I selected it because I was going to be playing on Apocalyptic. Also because I've never actually chosen that option.
Abyssal Armor gives you the highest defense, right?
Yeah, it halves like all attack, basically.
So Mangler, while you going through this, are you going to try and hunt down all the pieces for the Abyssal Armor?
He already has it, Kyle.
I am wearing the Abyssal Armor.
He's already cheating.
A true new game, I see.
Hey, dude, they don't give me New Game Plus. They're just like, hey, you want to wear the Abyssal Armor? I'm like, fuck yeah, that's the best I'm gonna get.
Fuck yeah, it's easy mode without the easy mode.
Well, it's on Apocalyptic, so I think it's kind of like, even with the Abyssal Armor, I take like.
Dude, once you get the block counter, it's pretty much over.
Ah, yes, that. Yeah, I knew that. Can you jump cancel in Darksiders? I don't think you can do it in 1. You might be able to do it in 3 and 2. I don't know about 1.
You can hover in 2 and you can like levy enemies. Oh, what?
You can guard fly.
You can guard fly.
So you can do like how can I say this? You don't need the jump cancel because you can ground slam to the ground so quickly, you can get down to the ground before your enemies have a chance. And then start like comboing them back up into the air with like Redemption and the what's it called? The Death Grip. You literally have like what's it called? The Bow of Apollo in the form of a gun. You know, the best combo weapon in God of War 3, you have that as a pistol in Darksiders 2, and then you have Nero's Bringer Arm.
I mean, if that's not good enough, if they're coming back down, you could always just smack them back up with Chaos Eater and then keep them in the air with the crossblade.
You also have like an aerial launcher,
Boo.
And you have Nero's
Stop making
Bringer
it
Arm.
sound like this game has better combos than God of War.
A lot of games have better combos than God of War, but that's not.
This is the clone.
What do you mean? This is the clone?
No. Okay, so this is where I really hate when people say this. Darksiders is not a fucking God of War clone. You know what's a God of War clone? Dante's Inferno.
Hey, Dante's Inferno
People
was
said
fine,
that. People said that about fucking like Castlevania: Lords of Shadow, and that aged like fucking milk. Because then Ascension came along and just stole the magic system from that game and implemented it poorly.
Dante's Inferno is a pretty solid game.
You leave Ascension alone. Ascension is a good game.
No, murder it.
Oh, he does already have the block counter. Oh crap.
No,
So-
you have everything at the start of the game, but you have to relearn it.
Yeah. Hang on. Is there an aim control default?
Probably the biggest issue I have with
Oh,
Dante's
so
Inferno was-
because I know Zim doesn't know what a block counter is. Think of it like an extremely diet version of Royal Guard.
I will say that I'm kind of disappointed that the remastered version doesn't have a toggle option for the lock on. That would make it easier.
Your mom's remastered version.
Also, why the hell is the warden on the earth at the time? Oh boy.
Something happened.
See, kids, this is what power nullification looks like. I just lost like 2 bars of my health.
What did you like about Dante's Inferno?
Nothing. It does exactly what God of War does, except it has less combos and the weapons don't feel like they hit with any kind of force.
I think the bosses were kind of.
Other than
lame.
that, it's a fun game.
The bosses felt a little lame sometimes. Didn't feel too fun.
I didn't feel like they did really anything with like the sin or the divine weapons with the scythe or something. Like the scythe was good for like long range grabs and stuff like that, but that was
what
it.
do you
I'm
mean
sorry,
the
but
only weapon
once
in
you
that game was the
upgrade, I'm
cross?
sorry, but once you upgrade the cross, are you ever going to use the scythe again?
The power of Christ compels you.
No, I'm sorry, but when your
can't,
ranged weapon has better combo potential than your actual physical weapon, you know you messed up somewhere.
No, you
Well,
didn't. It's
Well,
all
I said
more
that
accurate.
you technically have a reason to use the scythe because you have instant like kill options on every minor enemy in the game because you can just instant grab them from across the room with the scythe.
You
But
also
other than
have you also have that with the cross once you fully upgrade it.
No, the cross doesn't have a grab mechanic.
You're right. It doesn't need it.
You don't need
It
it.
has a
It
death
literally
mechanic.
reaches across the other side of hell.
I love
I've
how the
literally
cross is a
played
more
it.
effective
I've literally
murder
played it. It
weapon.
requires like a 3-hit setup, whereas like I could just press one button for the scythe and it instantly grabs the enemy.
Yeah, but the scythe is only like single target with that grab, right?
Yeah, but you pull them from across the room, so by the
I'm
time
pretty
they
sure
get
the
over there
cross
to punch,
hits across the room.
no, it pulls across the room instantly. The cross takes like a second or two to travel.
Mangler be the kind
Oh,
of guy.
It's multiple enemies.
I was gonna grab that guy, but it seems someone took care of that for me.
Dante's Inferno.
Why don't you pick up the news van and try and chuck it at the news helicopter?
They'll dodge
What?
it. They're slippery enough.
Oh, that's right.
Aizen versus Adachi with equal stats. I think Aizen takes that. As far as I know, Adachi doesn't have weaknesses to illusions or doesn't have resistances to it. If you believe Adachi has a resistance to illusions because of his connection to like Izunagi and shit, then well, no, Aizen's still immortal. Wait,
No, because
does immortality count as a
because
status
everyone
buff?
is still no,
No.
because isn't everyone still affected by Izanami, so that would still count.
So I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Does immortality count as status
why
buff?
is it?
Can I debuff?
Why is it that Death was marketed as the most mobile horseman, and then when War gets on a wall, for some reason he has more mobility than both Fury and Death on a wall combined?
Because he
Like-
loses it all the second he gets off vertical ground.
No, so like when he's on the wall, he can just dash up the wall. His hitboxes cover the entirety of the wall, so you can't escape from him.
So,
Zim says that even though War can literally just dash for eternity, while Death only has like a free combo dodge.
I believe Death has a double jump, whereas War needs wings to do it. Loser.
He doesn't need a double jump.
Oh, all of a sudden, huh? So what I'll say this, I know because someone spoiled P3 that at some point there is a moment where, or it's might be P5 actually, where you're kind of like erased from existence and no one remembers you. I don't know if that
That's
would work.
P5.
That's P5? Okay. I don't know if that works against illusions, like being able to see reality, so to speak. Oh, again, but
No,
even then, I don't even know if that was skilled
there's context. There's context for that, and you'll get there when you play P5.
What game is this? This is Darksiders. I don't have a camera up because Mangler wants this to be a super serious lore collection. Super serious.
No, it's because I'm trying not to have your face obscure all the fucking footage. And I don't want someone to whine and bitch to me about why there's a guy on the guy's face on the screen when I provide scans to them.
That's fair.
Because they're gonna do that regardless of how stupid the claim is. They'll be like, yeah,
it's clearly edited. His face is right there.
no, they'll just be like, hey, I can't see the text. I'm like, you mean the text in the middle of the screen when his head is in the top right-hand corner?
This is actually a Forge game. Wait, my face isn't on the actual like stream, right? Just making sure.
No, it's not. I'm just saying that is what someone would unironically argue.
Yeah, so right now I have my how powerful fucking other side there, and I have the chat on the left. I'm actually not even seeing that much of the gameplay right now.
Still yet to get that script from you.
Dude, I literally just have to, like, just put their powers down. I'm pretty sure I'm done with everything else. I have the main AP and scaling shit. I just have to put their powers down. But fucking... Fuck this child!
Hey, easy
Oh,
there.
shit.
Turning into a lion.
No, it's okay. He's already adopted by a priest. That part's already been handled. How powerful is darksiders then? Mangler and Kyle did do research on it, but I don't know if they'd want to talk about it right now, per se.
Up to Mangler. He can disclose that. I'm not going to disclose what we came to the conclusion of.
Yeah, I would just say that generally speaking, they're much higher than where VSB puts them on their tiering.
I'm shocked.
Stop the fucking presses.
Oh, it's so fucked.
I really did like the map system in this game, though. It's quite
They
good.
gave you a fucking map?
Well, you know, it's like it has better colors and color palettes.
You mean just because it
than,
gives you a fucking map?
Well, all of the other games give you maps.
Dude, I still remember that the shittiest map I've ever fucking met was in Nier Automata. I don't know what the fuck that guy was smoking when he made that map, but he needs to get fucked.
That map design always caused me problems.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
the
God.
worst map I've ever fucking seen.
I was like, where are the over and under overlaps and underlaps of like second floor areas in comparison to the first floor areas? I can't tell where I'm going.
The guy spent way too much time jerking himself off to his own character to pay attention to how the map was designed. I mean, he's a nice guy, but like, my god, that map...
I was gonna say to be fair.
He actually recently got done thanking all the fans for all the fan art, and he even says, including the lewd ones, thank you all so much.
The man knew what he was doing.
How do you allow yourself to be sneak attacked like that?
To be fair,
He had the monologue.
well,
It's kind of like I seem kind of like Oda, because like I like to live in this fantasy canon that all One Piece hentai is just made by Oda himself. He just doesn't take any credit.
No, but so, like, there's some One Piece hentai that's drawn, like, really close to the original art style, and then others are kind of just like,
It's his experimental phase.
sometimes I can't tell if the breasts are bigger in regular One Piece or in the hentai.
That's a fair comparison. Sometimes they're smaller.
Adachi have insta-kill, no work on Aizen because he's immortal. Okay, guys, hear me out. Immortality is a status buff. Adachi can remove it.
To be fair, just because you're immortal doesn't mean you're immune from death manipulation.
I feel like that's not right.
Depends on the immortality. if it's
Just because you're immortal doesn't mean you can't die. That's what Kyle sounds like.
come on, buddy, give me a card.
Should I just count reality warping and law manipulation under the same thing, or should I separate them?
They're
Separate
definitely
'em.
different. Oh my god, I have no health left.
Why do you think Bleach should get an upgrade? Because Bleach feels like a verse that should be Uni Plus.
It should be, but it's like it's just weird and jarring to think of it that way.
like there's too much massive uni-dimensional shenanigans that it should get stronger, but I know that the actual evidence kind of goes against it somewhat.
I really hope. I really hope the anime, like when it covers
Cyber, get in here.
When it covers the first movie, I hope it actually shows flashbacks of the first movie, so we can just be like, finally, once and for all, we know that at least one of the movies is canon.
So, like, it's not that Uni or Uni plus Bleach is difficult to understand. It has all the evidence there. It's just Cyber argued against it because he just didn't like it. He didn't actually have any proof of why. His positions, like, he literally tried to argue that the Soul King, like, feat of creation doesn't matter because, like, the Soul King's existence was technically, like, molded into what it was, partially because of the four great, like, families, but that doesn't change the fact that they still created the entire cosmology with his power and his existence. They kind of left that part out.
Can Adachi
And
counter
he tried to downplay it.
I don't think so. But the real question is, can the Hogyoku can't handle how base Adachi is? That's the real question.
I mean, Aizen's pretty base. Did you see what he did to Momo?
I was gonna say, depending on what you argue, you might be able to argue that Aizen has comparable levels of baseness.
I don't know, Mangler. I think he has more. I saw what he did to Momo and to Husk.
Lies.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Where's the Fetty? Get a Fetty in here. He can root for Adachi.
Hogyoku's will versus Adachi's lecture. Well, so the Hogyoku technically can be given to a new master, right? Even if they're in another body.
Yeah, but the Hogyoku has to fulfill the wishes of the original master first.
So it already did that for Aizen. Does that mean that if Aizen fights anyone in the versus matchup, we can just say the Hogyoku could potentially go to somebody else?
Depends on if it's actually Hogyoku Aizen or if it's Final Series Aizen, because he would never give up the Hogyoku to someone.
Well, can't the Hogyoku just like go on its own? Like last I checked, he doesn't control it after the events of the.
No,
So,
it doesn't really have any agency.
So the best way. So Mangler might correct me here, but the best way I understood the Hogyoku, it kind of acts like the One Ring in Lord of the Rings. It can serve other people, but it ultimately has one master.
But Aizen's no longer its master after the events of the fucking.
Oh, so it's more that the Hogyoku doesn't have agency. It can't effectively just choose its master like that. Oh wait, cutscene. When you think you're working, but your boss is like, actually, no, you're not on the clock.
You did what you were supposed to, but you weren't being paid to, so we're not going to accept it.
Can I just say that, like, Darksiders as a series just has some of my favorite voice work that I've ever listened to.
Yeah, they did a good job. Look at this exposition dump. So seamless.
Look at that loser working on Saturday.
What is the premise of... Are you just talking to the cashier who's gonna ring you up?
No, I'm driving to the shops and I just saw a fucking landscaper.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. Even if you didn't like, even if all you knew about Darksiders was what's it called? Was just what you saw in the beginning of the series. You can already tell that this claim is bullshit because Heaven and Hell are already fighting by the time he shows up. You defiled the law. I'm like, really?
Well, I don't think it's a spoiler. The game's like fucking 15 years old. They know that like Evan's doing shady shit. They just don't have any evidence.
So I think technically this takes place after the 100-year time skip, so I'm going to stop it here after the cutscene. And then we will start Darksiders 2.
What is the premise of Darksiders? The premise of Darksiders is that there's There, it's basically... Was that a vacuum? No, my laptop was getting a little hot, so I just turned the fans on the max because I'm streaming on my laptop right now.
Yes. Zim, the boy who hasn't been through the series, please tell us the premise of the story.
Hey, asshole, I know the story of all three of them. Jagoff,
Do you?
dipshit, bitch.
Do you?
I gotta stop before I say anything I don't want to. Those
Go
are
on.
Kyle streams.
No, tell us the premise of the story, and me and Mangler will tell you how close you are.
No, that's for Kyle streams. That ain't for Zim streams.
Oh, well, what happened to all that confidence?
So the premise of the darksiders is essentially like it's a similar spin on like the Christian epistemology regarding like the wars of like heaven and hell and Armageddon, where essentially angels and demons have been fighting since the beginning of the time. A faction named the Charred Council came in, was like, hey, you're not allowed to fight anymore, forged a pact of truce for the safety of like the kingdom of man, essentially mankind, to develop. And so they forged 7 seals, and during the events of Darksiders 1, someone breaks the seals, or at least calls war to Earth, and he basically is framed for unleashing Armageddon.
That's technically wrong. No one called war. War was just the only one paying attention and was like, oh, it's time to go to war.
Actually,
All of them were on holiday.
and you're wrong, Zim. That's not even how that goes.
Yeah, it is.
The Charred Council literally sends war because war is the only one who would do it out of like. He's the only one who would actually like try and redeem himself because of honor.
No. I mean the start, like when war gets set up.
Oh, that
Yeah.
There's actually it's explained that the reason he gets sent is because of
Well, the seal. So okay, so I guess spoilers for those of you who don't know it. The 7th seal does break. It gets reforged right after.
no. So that's not true. The 7th seal is never broken.
Yeah, it is.
So what happened?
And that's why Abaddon is super confused on why war
not,
shows up.
not at the beginning. So at the beginning, they break 6 out of the 7 seals. The Charred Council is informed immediately and is like, Abaddon needs to be punished. And I'm like, wait, but we dare not send the 4. They will see no justice in this because the 7 seals are not broken. And they're like, we'll send 1 for whom revenge is enough. And then when war gets there, they're just like, I answered the call. Like, there was no call.
I'm pretty fucking sure the 7th seal was broken and he just reforges it.
No, it wasn't.
It's broken at the very end of the game.
It's a specific law thing that they broke 6 out of the 7 seals, and that's why Abaddon can't understand why war shows up. And that's why the Charred Council goes to war and be like, why were you there? But I heard the call. Did you see your siblings? No. Someone's lying.
Nah, I'll rewatch that cutscene later, because well, then why the fuck does the war even fucking happen to begin with then, if only 6 seals break?
Because hell is literally getting ready to invade because...
Well, no, that's
when the seals break...
Heaven's the one planning to attack, like, Hell. But then, like, Hell finds out about it, and then they trick... Well,
yes, and Hell... Yes, and Hell literally comes to Earth in preparation for war.
Well, to be fair, they say that Hell would invade regardless because they would take any opportunity to show up. And then they specifically, after breaking the seals, they reforged 6 of the 7 seals after breaking them in order to start the war with Hell. And they figured they would crush them before anyone showed up. And that obviously didn't pan out.
Hang on. Oh, how do I mute myself right now? Shit. Well, I can't mute myself. No, my Facebook's not on my laptop. I haven't signed in with it. Probably should. What happened?
Heaven and Hell have been fighting since the beginning. How the hell is one side lost? Because they keep adapting weapons and technology and advancing their powers in order to fight each other.
Yes, we're gonna hit on a little bit too, actually, to pay the internet bill and stuff. Oh, well, hold on. If you send me a message, that's important.
He has many names.
Sorry.
Kinslayer, Executioner.
Alright, I'm back. Hello, Jeremy. Okay, what other powers do you have? I I think that's about.
Also, in the case of Heaven and Hell, they've specifically, it's been specifically stated that basically the angels and demons will resurrect indefinitely, and they're immortal. So they live forever, and they'll keep resurrecting endlessly. That's why they can constantly fight one another. So the premise of Darksiders 2 is essentially that war. After seeing or hearing about the Armageddon, Death has basically pled for war's innocence, and he leaves to go find evidence to prove that he's not guilty of causing the apocalypse. So he's basically,
or to at least mitigate the crime.
Yeah, to mitigate the crime. To be sure, I don't know if his mind is completely made up when he leaves, but he has a couple options about how he wants to proceed. Oh, sweet! I do have all of my my equipment.
which is kind of funny because unless you read the Darksiders 2 novel, you don't understand how close Death and War are.
Dude, the New Game Plus cycle fixed my XP bar. It's actually 27,000 out of 28,000. Before it was 0 out of 0. Now it works. I can actually level up. Okay, we're gonna go with. What are we running? Gift found. Why would I want guilt for defense? Crit damage. Arcane critical damage, crit damage. There we go. Oh wow, that Kyle, look at those crit. Look at that crit damage.
I would, but I'm not on YouTube. I'm currently at the shops.
It's a 41% chance to crit, 440% crit damage.
God damn.
I know. I don't want them to live. I also have a execution set up now where I can basically I have a 60% chance to execute people. So if I ever run into a position where I get level capped by somebody, I can just switch to my other thing. We'll go with. Let's say. I'll go Skelter Arcs of Rending. What about man? Hang on a sec. I'm gonna read the chat now.
Alright, let me see what these people have been getting up to while I've been gone.
It's so hard to hear over the sound of your brother in the background. How is that possible?
Alright, so what exactly are you two? What exactly happened while I was gone, you two?
I was just testing to see what the New Game Plus feature looks like. Apparently, if your XP bar ever glitches, which mine did, and I wasn't able to level up, it will be fixed as soon as you go into New Game Plus.
That's good.
I don't know why.
Make sure once you get to the Forge Lands that you go into your into the message thing and get Absalom's axe.
Oh, I will. I'm probably gonna quit this and then start the Darksiders 3 playthrough as soon as I finish the Crow Fathers.
I don't think that's how the timeline works!
It is!
Show me the scan!
It's literally explained at the beginning of Darksiders 3 that Death has gone missing!
Because he dies at the end of 2!
No, because he left
No,
on
it's just actually Zim. That's actually wrong, because when you go to Earth, you find out that there are events that have happened and that are only mentioned in Darksiders 2 where Death goes to Earth.
Bro, so are you telling me that fucking...
The Hellguard is not on, well, I mean, I guess they are technically on Earth.
Well,
but
look at that, they're on Earth.
Well, they're on Earth in every
of course they're fucking... They're on Earth because they were part of the initial assault. They got trapped there.
Well, you understand that technically, like Darksiders 3.
I was told that Death has to sacrifice himself to resurrect humanity. I see humans in Darksiders 3.
After humans on the Earth are gone,
Show me the
humans
timeline.
that left with the humans that left with Fury. The humans that left with Fury are not on the Earth. They were taken somewhere else at the end of Darksiders 3.
No, so are you telling me Death literally went to go revive a group of people that were still alive? That's stupid.
There were only 24 of them. We're talking about 7 billion human beings.
I'm sure the Darksiders universe works off Adam and Eve rules. That's enough to bring back humanity.
No, 24 is not nearly enough. What about manpower? How has that not dwindled to nothing about now? Red Dusk, every single angel and demon in the cosmology of Darksiders has like immortalities type 1 and 4. They live forever and they can resurrect indefinitely.
That's actually
unless they're erased from.
That's actually a plot point in Darksiders 3 because you got some fucking losers who are like, I don't want to fight anymore.
They're literally like, I don't want to fight for the sake of the balance, the Great War, whatever. So the Lord of Hollows literally absorbs their souls so that they don't be reincarnated into the cycle of life and death. So that's the reason they have manpower.
And then the Lord of Hollows dies, and they're probably back in the cycle of life and death now.
Who is this guy? War? This is Death. This is his brother. His brother is going to plead for his innocence, and he's either trying to find evidence that War is innocent, or he is trying to erase the crime.
Wait.
He's going to do whatever it takes.
Wait, did Michael Myers fucking get a hold of a new power in Halloween Kills? What, did he learn how to actually use the fucking knife he has?
Hey, I'm watching that today. No spoilers.
Oh. I forgot that I'm technically robbed of a couple of my weapons.
Guys.
Oh, that crit damage. Hey, tell it, like, Zim, mute your mic.
He can't. He doesn't know how.
Holy fuck.
I know.
You might have to mute him yourself.
I don't think me muting him works on your end.
What if I muted him?
You can give it a go.
There. Does that work?
Oh shit, it does work.
Okay, yeah, I server muted him for a second. Just for a second. Because he's unconsciously aware of how loud his brother is.
Are you telling me you guys heard that entire conversation?
Now you don't have to hear spoilers.
Wait, hang on. Are you telling
Thank
me?
God.
Are you guys telling me you guys heard that or no?
For context, or anyone who is wondering, Death is currently traveling towards the Vale, which is where the Crowfather is. The Crowfather is one of the oldest beings in the cosmology. He is part of a race of beings known as the Old Ones, which is like the first race of beings. I think
he is the oldest old one.
Yeah, he is the oldest of the old ones. So Death is pretty much convinced if anyone knows how to save humanity, essentially, to erase the crime and bring back humanity, it would be the Crowfather. That's why he is traveling here.
No, Samaj, you can still hear me because
Plus the Crowfather.
The stream has a different mic. Why
The
did
Crowfather and Death.
you guys heard me talking
and you also
earlier?
find out that Death's pet crow was given to him by the Crowfather.
Why?
Yeah, the
fuck?
dust that he has belongs to the Crowfather. It's.
Guys,
I don't want to say it's on Lind. I think he permanently owns Dusk, but you know.
You guys gotta fucking tell me if you hear shit.
Yeah, I said the pet crow he gave him.
No, I meant like I was trying to say like he permanently owns Dust. Like Dust does belong to him. He's not like lending him to him.
If you guys can hear him, you have to tell me that.
Man, this place is falling to pieces. He does not keep it in any sort of, respectable capacity.
I can't ping them.
I kind of have to question why does the Crowfather have a bunch of like frozen undead soldiers sitting in his backyard?
Dude, like, it
'Cause
is
this is where he
super
lives.
fucking difficult setting up these streams
I
to have
mean,
shit for me to do
he
on the
might
side.
have it just in case something
have a
like the
monitor.
Abomination Bolt happens again.
So,
Sure, but like,
Again, none of these people have read that book, so only we get that.
dude,
no. But it's like even with the
Why is it never
the
happened?
abomination vault, it's just like, why would you have these? Is he just because he can teleport? He's like, I don't have to deal with this inconvenience. I could just travel to the top. I'm like, so anyone who decides to take the scenic route up here, just gets like
Samaj, can you ping him on Discord
destroyed
to mute me?
by this hideous ice monsters. And these are the foot soldiers. There's bigger ones closer to the top of the veil.
Or they just become too inconvenienced to keep climbing.
Cypher, I've heard the book does have some pretty
Unmute
great
me.
stuff for
Okay, I'll
Darksiders.
unmute you.
Okay.
Hang on.
So,
What the fuck? I'm trying to unmute him. It's not working.
He's unmuted for me.
Okay, so,
Hang on.
I
Let me.
appreciate you guys doing that, but the problem is that, like, that doesn't save the stream from things. You guys need to tell me if you can hear him in advance, so I know what to talk about, what to get.
I told you earlier. I can hear him. I can always hear him. He's always so loud.
You must have
I don't
said
know
that
how.
while I was still talking. Dude, he's all the way across the house.
I'm
Yes,
as
it sounds
surprised
like he
as you
sits
are.
on your shoulder.
Okay, so
Like, I don't make
roughly,
that joke because I think it's funny. I say it because it's true.
So Mangler, I have like about half an hour more, so we still got some time. Well, give or take like 40 minutes. Because I gotta pay some bills, so I was a little worried about that, but we still got time. You can make it to probably Darksiders 3 today.
Okay. How much time do I have?
You got like 40 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to switch over to mobile now because computer decided to fucking die. Still working now, but I just got disconnected. So.
Cypher apparently DM'd you, Mangler. I don't know who Cypher is, unfortunately. He's new. Also, hello, Cypher. I feel like you go by a different name, don't you? Oh, Ezio. Dude, you change your name too often. Is there any other power this character would have? I don't even know. I don't think he has non-existent physiology, but did Supernatural base on Bleach a little bit? Is it based on Bleach? I'm not sure.
Oh.
I think these are all of his powers. That's not too bad. Okay, if people can talk to you in their own reality, in reaction to stuff you're doing, or you can hear them talking, what would you call that? Do you just call that like some sort of like?
So they take you to a pocket dimension. You can hear them.
So you can hear them talking as the player, and they comment on things you do, but they're not there. Do you just call that some form of clairvoyance?
Well, do you know if the voice goes through the realm or if they're talking to them directly in their head? Because if you can't, it's easier just to assume it's telepathy.
But they can still see what you're doing, even though they're not there. Like they can still they comment in reference to you doing things.
Then they have
I think that's clairvoyance, right? Some degree of clairvoyance.
No, they have omnipotent, not omnipotent, omnipresence, awareness.
It's universal speech. Hello, Jev. How you doing, mate? I'm just gonna put potential clairvoyance or omnidirectional.
It's not.
knowledge.
It's not clairvoyance.
Isn't clairvoyance the ability to see shit far away?
No, clairvoyance is the ability to see things through time.
Potential clairvoyance.
It's not clairvoyance.
I'm looking up what clairvoyance is. Mangler, what are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, finally. That's all I needed you to say.
Well, maybe
Thank
you should
you.
open your fucking mouth. Okay.
Well, maybe if you guys are talking.
Nah, we can still hear you. Fuck out of here. Anyways, clairvoyance. The supposed faculty of perceiving things or events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact. Yeah, it's clairvoyance.
I don't think it's clairvoyance.
Telepathy. Well, it's because he can tell when you're killing his creatures without being there. They all can. They all respond in reference to things happening there. Okay, I'm just gonna fucking. I'm gonna put potential. Fucking. We're gonna call it omnidirectional fucking sensing. Potential clairvoyance. Fuck, I don't know.
I did not know that Argyle was from the Abyss, but it seems to be that everybody in this game is from the Abyss.
Potential telepathy. Well, I mean, he could see like through the past, future, and present. Technically, no, because the world he's stuck in is frozen in time, but it also keeps bouncing back and forth in the future. So technically, yes. Technically, no. All I know is that all of the bosses can comment on battlefields and shit you're doing when they're not physically there watching you. Although the child watches you on occasion.
They'd be observing you with information gathering, things like that. If they're watching you ahead of time, then it'd be clairvoyance.
Potential diet clairvoyance.
No, just like information gathering.
Should I just
With
say,
Chuck versus Eisen,
sensing?
I believe Chuck should have like faster speed. If we give like his just creating the Big Bang, whatnot, and just the baseline speed of like Sephiroth Angels. And then he also has like it kind of depends. Like if Chuck's writing a story and Eisen is a part of it, I don't think Eisen resists like any of the things that Chuck can do, especially regarding with souls.
Chuck is the
his soul manipulation should be much higher than Bleach's. What is that loud ass fucking sound? Is that Kyle?
It's probably Kyle, because it's not my laptop. I don't have the fans on right now. Yeah, because once I finish this fucking other side script, you guys are going to get a super cringy how powerful other side. It's going to be great.
Once we get the script to a video, we'll get the actual video. Crazy.
I know, insane. Beyond... Does he teleport? I think he does. I'll have to check his boss battle again later.
Well, I didn't mean to do that. We'll say, out of all the Darksiders games, why the hell is Darksiders 2 the only one that designs fall damage properly?
Lies. Does the book for Darksiders add to the scaling a lot? I've heard yes, but you two were the ones who read it. Can you guys comment?
Yes, it adds a lot. A lot of hacks, a lot to the cosmology, a lot to, like... Yeah, just a lot to everything.
Your mom's a lot to everything.
It basically explains everything we already knew and then upgrades it to, like, a ridiculous extent.
Are the Resident Evil 3 novels canon? That is the real question.
Yes, me who knows so much about Resident Evil.
I actually looked this up. None of the Resident Evil novels based on the games, none of them are canon.
For shame. But what about the Primo official strategy guide?
Oh, here we go. We have finally found the plot.
Does it have anything... Just give me a dimensional statement for Nemesis, come on. Give it to me.
Keeper of secrets, I need your help.
There's a Prima guide, official strategy guide, 1999. Resident 3 Nemesis. Let's go.
How I curse that day. How I curse you.
Careful, Crowfather. I'm not here to put you out of your misery. Not yet.
I know why you've come. Your brother, the one called War, he's been imprisoned by the Charred Council and awaits their judgment.
Why does VSB take some statements for Darksiders as being vague? Because that's just VSB in general whenever they don't like a verse.
I care about your brother's fate.
Their arguments were literally the shittiest that I've seen. There's a direct statement that War is the destroyer of... Or not War, Death is destroyer of worlds in his description for the official game. And they said that was vague.
I see
Even though Darksiders, like Abomination Vault in the game, explain what worlds are multiple times.
But it's okay. It's okay. Because we could use Bayonetta's non-canon game mode to give her measurable speed.
Yes. My bad. I should have realized that one was a fair game. Okay, so Crowfather, if you can open the portal so I can return to the plot, that'd be great.
Let me pass.
Not yet. That which you gave me, you will take it back.
In exchange for its secrets, you agreed to keep the amulet.
No. The voices, they curse and threaten without end. They cry to return. You must destroy it.
I cannot.
You annihilated their flesh. Why do you guard their souls?
Wait. They gave Absalon a Uniscaling, but didn't scale death to him?
They gave it via environmental destruction, actually.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't scale death to him. And they only consider it 3.
Even though death and him literally fought each other to death?
Eternal torment. Do you wish
Yep.
to join them?
Even though he's referred to as the Avatar of Chaos.
Brother, to save your precious balance.
He is innocent.
Are you so certain?
Oh, here we go.
Even though Absalom is literally corruption itself, and when he dies, so is all of the corruption.
Never seen it before in my life.
Alright, here comes my crit damage. Oh my god, I can't even
What damage?
land it. There we go. Everything is easier when you can crit.
Disgusting ass crit builds. ADC mains, am I right, Samaj?
Is this passive aggressiveness coming from leagues?
Nonsense. Chuck can make a stronger version of the Hogyoku. He probably could. He's made some pretty...
He can just erase the Hogyoku.
If you're like, oh, immortality, that's cute. I've created like every single version of that in one story or another.
The first boss of the game, and it's against Death's brother War. Technically, yes. No, yeah, because this was literally just there to set up that Death's better than War.
We all knew that.
Even though...
I mean, if you know anything about the lore itself, it's very explicit.
Even though it takes all 3 of them to hold War down when he gets angry, but yeah, apparently Death's just better than him.
Well, you do realize that, like, that was, I think, when they first.
That was when
became
they were
the War,
trying not to. That was when they were trying not to
kill him.
Kill him, and that was also when they first became the Horsemen. They weren't aware of the full capacity of their powers. So that's not really a fair example. Whereas in the Abomination Vault, years after the fact, War, when he starts a fight with Death, Death beats his ass like a drum.
Lies.
I get
Fake news.
that's not even like a fair comparison. He basically uppercuts him and one-shot victories him.
What do you think beating his ass like a drum is?
Lies. War is
The
just
same
the hope of
thing.
the party.
It literally says that like he uppercutted him and sent him flying. And War is like 7 feet tall.
And so now...
And now we have summoned ourselves through the plot portal.
And now you're off to Darksiders 3, aren't you?
Yeah, once I get to a save point.
Don't know how to play guitar, but games...
What in the hell is that sound? Good
Wow.
lord.
Endless abyss.
Which horseman is the most powerful from weakest to strongest?
Also, direct narration for anyone who wants to know how the cosmology works.
So...
Literally explains that time itself is swallowed by the abyss.
So, I'm going to say who's the strongest in order, and then Mangler and Kyle will tell me how wrong I am. So, I guess that's the strongest. Fuck you guys. Then I'm going to say War because he beats the Destroyer at the end of the game. Then I'm going to say Fury because she beats the Seven Sins. And I technically tell the Charred Council to go fuck itself, but I don't think she actually fights them at the end of the game. And then it's Strife at the end.
I think it'd be safer if you swapped Fury where War is.
Fury at least where War is. Technically, given her feat, she's above Death by the end of her game.
How the
Death
fuck?
is at the top during Genesis.
Okay, so I understand that Death... Wait. Death literally beats... Are you gonna sit there and tell me Absalon's weaker than, like, endgame fucking... What is it? Envy?
Absalon is unleashed by Lucifer.
This world is dying.
Like, he's not, like... He's a tool for Lucifer and Hell's forces.
He can literally be a tool. Are you gonna sit there and tell me he's weaker than endgame Envy? Fuck off, Fly!
You do realize that Hell doesn't invade in full capacity until the Sins are dead, right?
I'm at... Well, okay, so the problem is that
like Lucifer doesn't...
Like, the Destroyer
does not wait
literally...
until the...
Like, the Destroyer literally only starts trying to conquer after the Sins are all gone. As soon as they're all gone.
Specifically.
Is that...
And what Lucifer says is that soon corruption will begin and I will be all that remains.
Again, so the problem... Okay, so then are you now going to tell me that you think this, like, Envy is stronger than Lucifer?
Yeah.
How
Or no, not Envy. Fucking, Envy should be stronger than Absalon and any other forces. We don't know where Lucifer scales.
Wait, so are you saying she's stronger than Samael then?
Samael is a bit weird. Technically,
Samael's viable at the moment.
if we're talking like a casual Samael, and the Samael that shows up in like 2, technically, yeah, because he loses to Death, but then like we don't know if that's all Samael has to offer, because Samael is also a guy that literally plots.
He's literally second in line to the throne of hell. It's like, so, like, again, like, Absalom being a tool...
What do you mean, second in line to the throne of hell?
Like, isn't it literally if Lucifer dies, Samael takes the throne? I could have sworn that's in the novel. What?
No. It's never stated.
Hang on, what was that, fam? You said something? Oh. I'm pretty sure it's in the novel that he's the second in line.
No, he's not. We don't, like, he's definitely the strongest demon we've seen thus far, aside from the Destroyer. But, like, that's it. The problem is that he's also doing a lot of plotting, so we don't know, like, based on his information or his narrative, like, how strong he's supposed to be. We can only scale him to, like, Darksiders 2 Death, and above Darksiders 1 War. But Darksiders 1 War is nerfed.
I really do not think that, like, fucking Envy has better feats than Absalon.
Envy's... Like, okay, so if you have to consider if she's being used specifically as a, if corruption's being used as a tool,
well,
we can't argue that it's like...
So the problem is that I don't really see how being manipulated makes you weaker, like, physically.
No, it's not even just being manipulated, it's being used. The entire reason corruption shows up is because of Lucifer.
Yes, he sets Absalom free, but I don't understand why that would mean that Absalom would be weaker than Envy. Hang on, well, not exactly. Samael stated that the Charred Council is powerless in the human world. Is it okay to use every statement for every Baki character? That depends on how you want to take feats versus statements. Because, like, Baki does have a light speed statement, but, like, none of their feats are on that level.
To question one of the 4, but yet I must restore humanity to redeem war. Heaven and hell battle.
The only reason... So, like... If we're talking quantitative feats, Absalom would be the highest. If we're talking inverse scaling, Absalom is not, like, at the top.
I understand he's not at the top, but, like, I just don't understand what makes this, like, what makes because, again, Envy's the strongest of the 7 sins by the end of the game, for sure. She absorbs, like, all the other ones, right?
Yeah, because she's above all of Hell's forces. The Destroyer is the strongest that, like, Hell has to offer.
Is it ever stated she's directly stronger than the Destroyer?
She's the reason they can't invade. They only so the Charred Council specifically funnels the attack in Haven on Secret. That's confirmed.
Okay, so
in dialogue, and it's only done after the sins are defeated.
Hang on, surpassing the concept of speed. The context changes that incredible. The context is different for that. That does not mean that he's literally faster than speed itself. The context is literally that he's moving like a fly. No, the actual context ruins that statement. Even then, surpassing the concept of speed, like again by default, that would just be like a massive outlier by default because there are so many anti-feats against it. Because I've heard people use that. It's silly.
Hey man, haven't you ever known that surpassing the concept of speed makes you lightning speed?
Oh, okay. Baki has measurable speed because it's just a hyperbole amount. Hyperbole's a little weird. That one for sure is hyperbole, but it's like again, it's a little weird what you want to call hyperbole and what's not.
Stop downplaying my boy Strife. Whenever Strife gets his own game, maybe.
I'm not looking at that.
And no, Genesis doesn't count.
I do not believe your hubris and your lies about the Destroyer. Lies.
Oh
Deception.
God.
He's really making a tower while the Seven Sins are out there jerking themselves off.
I mean, well, actually, he's not making a tower. Abraxas is.
It's his tower.
Abraxas is making it for him for when he eventually arrives.
It's his tower.
And once again, you're wrong. It's actually Striker's tower.
No, it's
No, it's technically meant for the Destroyer. Straga just takes residence in it.
yeah, Kyle. Fucking loser.
Now, using this exact cutscene, I will argue every single being in the Darksiders verse has holy manipulation. Trust me.
Okay, I think these are all his powers. He only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think that's all his powers.
Oh, now that I think about it, who's going to do the narration for the next Darksiders game? Because all of the games are narrated by different people. Because, like, Darksiders 1 is narrated by, what's his name? Who's the Angel of Death?
I don't know.
Azrael? Yeah, Azrael. So Azrael narrates the first game, the Crowfather narrates the second game, and the Charred Council narrates the third one.
Also, aren't the sins abstract by nature?
I think they're technically like, well, actually, we don't know if they're in the Abyss. That's the Chosen. My bad.
Baki has light speed jab statement. No, that's what I'm saying. Like Baki has like a light speed statement, but it's like it's so out of place with everything else.
I don't think it's confirmed if the sins are abstract just yet.
Wraith was stated to have invented anger as well. Or wrath.
We don't know if they're abstract, but we know that they're conceptual.
They can affect actual emotions and things like that. So they'd all have like extremely high levels of emotional manipulation, or empathetic manipulation, and probably some other powers.
Fuck yeah, the cage digs are back.
I feel like I've gone through so much narration in the last hour and a half. Why put 3 titles in the? Why put 3 L's in the title? Because it is easier to do that than just to write a 3 apparently.
Will you light the flame of creation anew, or stomp out the embers?
Darksiders 4 is going to come out, and mark my words, every enemy is going to be from the Abyss. Because whenever they don't know where to create something from, they'll just make it from the Abyss.
Dreams more thrilling than reality.
Also, this is, keep in mind, this is not her default uniform. This is her Abyssal armor. I guess Darksiders 3 is the only one that, well, aside from 2, that renders costumes in full cutscenes. So this is not her standard armor.
Can a Demon Slayer character be Baki character moving every statement?
Rampage.
Ain't you continuing Darksiders 2? No, so Mangler is trying to play these games in chronological order, and according to him, Darksiders 3's events take place before 2.
Something to do.
They do. The only thing that would be included is the narration at the beginning, technically. Like I only included the Veil to start it off, but I don't even know if Death is at the Veil before the events of 3. We just know he leaves the Charred Council.
Please, please, please tell me you're a planet of demons that needs slaying. Or two. War. What pathetic fate have you brought upon yourself, brother?
Watch your tongue.
I may be least favored of all the horsemen, but my tongue never found me chained to a rock like some dog.
Fury. Approach.
Yes or no? I mean, so if you're saying equalize Demon Slayer versus
That
Baki,
needs tending to.
I think Demon Slayer takes that, yeah, because that would be removing Yujiro's like durability.
War has broken his vows to this council and shattered the seventh seal.
The apocalypse. Why would he?
We know not yet. As we speak, Earth falls beneath the spears of heaven and the hammers of hell.
So the horsemen are to ride.
No. While the Char Council seeks to understand how and why the traitor war has committed this abominable act, it is a matter that requires delicate attention.
We should have called Strife. He's the delicate one.
The seven deadly
Michael, we cannot say. You'll find that out in the next game.
but the seven roam
God damn it.
free of our prison. The balance between order and chaos.
What was Baki's normal speed? Probably what, Kyle? You say like hypersonic, massively hypersonic, lightning speed?
Oh, yeah, it is. I forgot it's also stated that the last time they fought the Sins, it required all 4 of the horsemen. So, technically...
Yeah, I would say probably around hypersonic.
Are you at the cash register right now?
When this task is complete,
No, I just got my shit paid.
grant me my
Oh.
rightful place.
Wait, do you think I was muted?
Trade obedience for a title, so be it. But never make
Also, just to weigh in on the question of Baki vs Demon Slayer, they could probably beat the swordsman, but once they get to the demons, it's over because they have no way to get past the healing factor.
If we're talking equalized, I think like late game Tanjiro and late game Demon Slayers have a pretty good advantage equalized.
No, because they still wouldn't be as good of the fighters as the Baki characters.
Have you read the end of Demon Slayer's fights? Because what the actual Demon Mark does is pretty fucking crazy for their abilities to fight.
Yes, and the problem is that that's an amplification in an equalized fight.
No, it lets you see things like, it lets you like see muscle movements and shit. It gives you abilities. It's not just like Super Saiyan. Again, so in the anime they haven't gone that far, but later on, especially Tanjiro in particular, gets a massive like ability increase, like fighting wise, not because of power.
That's fine that they can see. Because I know what see-through world is. The problem is that, like, that doesn't really help in a versus match if it's equalized.
I love the fact that even though War and Fury aren't the best terms, he's like, hey, listen, this ain't right. Be careful. I was set up.
Well, Fury is shown in the novels that she does care about her siblings, but when she gets put on a screen or out in the public, she tries to put on a performance. She's very much about the job.
Does anyone know
Like,
the coup?
envy throughout the entire game, like, literally pokes fun at this. It's just like, you put on a hard persona, but you do actually care.
Lies.
And she's just like, what are you talking about?
Because canonically, she rescues all the humans in the world. She didn't have to.
Well, what's left of them?
You mean
Like,
after
she didn't
Death
have
brought them
to.
back? Fuck your couch.
So, apparently, if you do a New Game Plus run, and you have all the items equipped, they'll have, like, their standard enchantments added, but you'll have to obviously go and get them. So,
Does anyone know the Ku Chulani myth from Irish mythology? No.
no.
I probably should have researched Irish mythology for the book, but
You
I'm
have
busy.
you have no idea how to pronounce that, do you?
I do not.
How do you pronounce it?
I already pronounced it.
Say it again. I want to hear how close you are.
No.
I will tell you what it is. I won't give you shit. I just want to hear how you say it.
Kuchalan. Or Chalanin.
No, Kukulane.
Cologne?
Kukulane.
Kulane? That's not
Yes,
that
Kukulane.
sound. Ah, I mean, alright then. I'm pretty sure CH makes a true sound.
It's
Like-
Kukulane.
Maybe it's an American thing then.
Oh god.
You okay?
So what did I just get? Greeting?
Yeah, so, since I'll be leaving in a few minutes, because my mom's gonna come out in a few minutes to, like, because we gotta go pay bills. I don't know if I'll be streaming tonight. I'd much rather get this other side script done, because, again, what I'm planning to do with the other side video is really silly, and that's gonna take a lot of editing time. So there might not be a stream today. There will be a stream tomorrow for sure, though, and Sunday, well, if Mangler's up, well, are we doing a stream Sunday, Mangler, or no?
It depends on how tired I am.
Alright, so probably no Sunday stream with Mangler. We'll see what happens if I...
I might be there, but depends.
There will be a stream tomorrow for RE6.
Yeah, so we'll for sure have an RE6 stream. We'll see if Sunday has a stream in mind, but I'd much rather start getting videos out again, so that way I can pretend so that way when like my IRS agent hits me up like, you're not spending money on your job. Yes, I am. Look at all these YouTube videos.
Yes, I am. Look at all this money I gave to Newen.
This is my business expenditure.
Haven. A haven for what?
You guys going to stream? Yeah, tomorrow we will. I will stream in RE6.
Adorable. Build a house of sticks during the end of the world. Where exactly do we go from here, Watcher?
I know not but what the council commands, mistress. The quest for the seven is healing.
Oh, that thing's ugly. It's hideous.
Okay. I have a solution for its hideousness. Oh, apparently I get new items for upgrading armor. Because you cannot upgrade armor in the base game. I did not know you could upgrade it in New Game Plus.
I'm on a mission.
Did not know that. Are you also gonna go through the DLCs for Darksiders 3?
I will go through all the content for all the games.
Okay, so Kyle,
I have to in order to get the footage.
who is Kukulon?
Quite the
Um, Are you asking, like, in mythology?
Well, Red Dust is asking Devil, but he means you.
Do I just have this, like omnipresent voice that I can mimic anyone?
Maybe I'm the only one who can actually.
So basically, he's an Irish folk hero.
Then I'm all yours.
Alright, so it's nice folk hero. Ozra versus Fury. If you're asking Ozra from Ozra's Wrath versus Fury, I think you'd have to give Ozra some upper echelon scaling to, I think, make that matchup work.
Even if you did, it's not going to help him.
Well, okay, let's say equalize for now then. He's an Irish folk hero.
Okay, then he gets hacked out. He gets the hacks cracked.
Your face gets hacks cracked.
Okay, so apparently my family decided that they were going to leave 30 minutes early. Holy fucking shit, they always do something stupid whenever I'm streaming.
So
They always do it. Every single day I'm streaming, they do something fucking stupid.
if you gotta take off, that's fine, mate. We can start this boss fight next stream then. Or actually,
No, I'm going to kill her now. It's not that difficult. I'm just so sick and tired of it. Like, it's always on the day. It's never on any other day. It's always on that day.
That's fine.
I know we were going to be leaving today, but I was going to have like another 30 minutes.
You sound a bit nettled.
I'm very whatever that word is.
Who's a good opponent for death? Kratos. Because he never dies.
Because he never dies.
¡Ya! ¡Ni son las 3! ¡Todavía tengo tiempo! When you guys gonna continue Darksiders stream? Probably next time Mangler's streaming.
Either Sunday or probably whatever the next time is after that.
Ahorita va a acabar. Y luego nos vamos bien rápido.
This lady's gonna break every floor.
Also, Ozra's killing Ryu and Akuma? Technically no, because the versions of Ryu and Akuma that Ozra fights would just be their own version from his universe. Crossover scaling is weird. You have to go through a lot of hoops to make... So, in order to properly do crossover scaling and like scale them to original feats, you have to deliberately prove it's the same version of the character. Like, I'll say this. I think Dead or Alive might be one of the few cases where the crossover scaling actually works. Because when Kula Diamond gets brought in, according to Nico's like level, Nico states that she's opening different dimensional portals to bring people in, and Kula Diamond directly references events from the core universe.
Boys, even you both are going. I'm gonna go because I just need to do a couple of
It
things.
also kind of has to do with like an ownership basis. Like both of the companies kind of have to not just agree to like the crossover, like they have to officially take place in the canon. So I think Dead or Alive gets away with this a little bit easier because it just continues the story where I think the Ninja Gaiden games left off.
Oh, mistress, not to be a bother, but weren't you supposed to catch envy?
I did.
When was the last time you and Mangler played co-op during a stream? I don't remember actually.
I think we played Genesis at one time.
Right.
Well, we were gonna do some. Wait, did we stream our Mythic run for Halo 3, or is that like?
We never
did we do
really
that off
streamed.
stream?
We did it off stream. We never. Wait, we did try Halo 2 on stream.
Envy used it to
Oh, we tried the one that didn't work.
seven.
It will make a fitting prison for the others.
We're streaming ODST when we get done.
If I may,
I will not have it any other way.
with a sort of hum emanating from the talisman. That glow.
Will indicate when one of the
I hate this watcher.
So wise. You are all
Alright.
that the council
It seems even Fury can acknowledge an ass kisser.
I'm beginning to enjoy the sound of your voice, Watcher.
Alright, go ahead and save. Because I gotta go pay bills right now. So just go ahead and take care of that save point, and then you can take off with your family as well.
Let me see if I'm trying to find a save point. I think I have to find a Volgrim thing. Volgrim should be up ahead.
Wars Watcher was better. Yeah, because it looked at Mark Hamill. Do you need that to be streamed or no? Because my mom's getting a little impatient.
Wait, Volgrim's like right up. Oh no, there's a walking section.
Okay. I'm being yelled at. Just leave your stream on, and then like if we need it, I'll come back and check her later. But I gotta get going. So
Okay.
thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on